be live and hype. Commentary, I know you'll like. Steady chasing, wins with Mike. Let's go. Yeah. Steady chasing, wins with Mike.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever time you are watching this. I am Mike. This is my boy D-rel. D-rel, how are you doing this afternoon or evening, my brother?
I'm feeling great on this historic Martin Luther King Day, my brother. You know, the bus is a little full, got a little more passengers than we had, but it's feeling great. Feeling good, man.
There's only one passenger that I'm glad that's on that bus right now, dog. He was gonna lie to you. What you say?
And they ain't at the back.
Huh? Yeah, they. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Sir, we all there. Philly, Pittsburgh, Houston, Chicago. We are all there.
We all on there, man. H-Town, we gonna hold it down in Cancun, man.
We gonna hold it down.
We gonna hold it down. And what we gonna do, we gonna go on and jump into this subject here that is presented on our table this evening.
Indeed.
D-rel.
Yes, sir.
Did I say, or did we both say last episode, there's no hate. We just see. We see and we report it.
That's it.
We said that this was going to happen if CJ Stroud didn't get his act together, that they was not going to advance. But I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I didn't see this happening. I didn't see it.
Not this bad.
He has had to play probably the worst. NFL quarterback start in the playoffs. I'm so sorry, brother. Right now, I'm speaking not just only for myself, because I'm glad that they gone, because they beat my Steelers. I'm speaking for all of Harris County, all of Fort Lee County.
Shout out Montgomery County as well, all the boys.
Montgomery County, all the way down to Orange County. Hey, that was some bullshit.
Ooh. Boy.
Toro bullshit.
Yes, sir. Yeah, unbelievable. Well, brother, man, Houston, I love this city. Born and raised in this city. I was hoping for an opportunity to see this city make it to its first AFC Championship game. But it looks like Nationwide wasn't on their side. Look here, brother. I was at an event. I went to 2-3 events Saturday night. And, man, you should have just heard the excitement once they found out Bo Nix was hurt. Everybody was stamping that ticket to the Super Bowl. All we got to do is beat New England. Beat New England. If we beat them, we there. Hold up. Pump your brakes, brother. Because what happened was, bro, with them brakes not being pumped on Sunday afternoon, I don't know if you'd rather get hit by a car or a Mack truck. Either way, you get hit. But that brother CJ got hit by a Mack truck, brother. I mean, the boy was so discombobulated and whatnot. I mean, it just one mistake after another. He never felt comfortable. And like I said on last week's episode, Pittsburgh has always been a great defensive team, but honestly, the pressure wasn't that bad on last week. And Mike Vrabel, man, he's an artist. He drew up a great defensive scheme against this team, basically shut down the run and put the game in CJ's hands. I felt like the Texans still did themselves a disservice by not running the ball still. I would have pressed the issue and ran Nick Chubb a little more than Marks with the experience that Nick Chubb has. Yes, he's not as fast or elite as he was, but I still think he can get you those tough yards every now and again. Didn't do themselves any justice without doing any screen passes. You needed to do something to slow this pass rush down. The safeties were sitting down. Troyden was saying it the whole game. The safeties were sitting down ready. You know, I mean, any mistake where a ball is tipped, not caught, it goes in the air, it's going to be intercepted. And that's what we saw on Sunday afternoon. We've been saying it this whole season that this young man's trajectory has been going down ever since that first rookie year. And it doesn't look like he's getting any better at reading defensive coverages or just his demeanor during the game. He doesn't look confident. He looks shook. He doesn't look like he's ready to make the right decisions when he's out there. A lot of people in this city, man, you ought to see. I know. Well, you got a timeline on social media, so I know you see how crazy it's been. These people have given up on this boy more than they've given up on their last baby mama. I mean, bro, they screaming Davis, Mills, Davis. And I don't think he could have did nothing. He probably could have been a little more confident, but he's been a backup his whole career for a reason, guys. Come on, let's be serious. Neither one of these guys might not be the guy. I don't know that it's too early in the game to give up on him going into next season. That's not going to happen, y'all. Y'all got to be realistic. This man's going to get another chance. Everybody's not Pat Mahomes, but shit. Hey, he didn't even have to beat Pat Mahomes yesterday. He could have been Matt Schaub and probably could have did better.
That man could have been Phillip Rivers at that point. He didn't even do all this.
You ain't playing. But it's like, this was an opportunity for a lot of teams to right the ship and earn the opportunity that they never had. But we have to be honest, man. Why are we overlooking a team like New England, who was a number 2 in the conference? I mean, nobody showed this team any respect, and they had home field advantage for a reason. This wasn't wild card weekend where you get it just from winning your division. They earned the opportunity to host this playoff game. Drake May has been spectacular all season. It wasn't just a spectacular game by him on yesterday, but he did enough to keep his team in contention and have them win that game. Also by a very strong defense from Mike Vrabel, who's becoming one of the great coaches in this league currently. I mean, guys, you can't always overlook somebody because you think is your chance. I've seen this for the last 20 years with this Houston Texans team. Fans get so excited. They turn into like Dallas fans or Lakers fans. And it's like, guys, let's just slow down and let the game be played. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch and see what happens, but
that's right.
Everybody's so win hungry, man.
Win right now.
Yeah, man. And we ready. Oh, Lamar's not out there. Pat Mahomes ain't out there. But I tell you who's out there, Drake May. I'm going to have to learn his middle name. It might be like Rashard or something. Because the brother is confident. He's in the top 2 he has a possibility of winning MVP. And I mean, I know this ain't our daddy's Patriots or our Patriots, because I can't say daddy because they won in our era. But when I knew Tom Brady wasn't walking through there, but man, that Tom Brady Belichick culture seems like it's back in New England.
It ain't never went.
Yeah, they just had they had a couple of down years at the time, but it looks like they have righted the ship, brother. And Robert Kraft has built him another spectacular team and with a great coach.
So let's not shout out to the Patriots, and we gonna get the Patriots, talk about them, but let's stay focused on what
the city ahead. City on the scene, Houston.
Houston, we have a problem.
A major problem.
Y'all got a problem. Hey, man, you know what really hurts the most about it all? That defense was a winning Super Bowl defense. Hands down.
Bro.
Get them in the big game, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. And
it's
they did their job. They showed up, man. I know at the end of the day, the score, they had 28 points, I believe, but they did their job, brother. They've been doing all year with this 10-game win streak. Even prior to the win streak, the defense has always done their job. And I don't blame situations with Stingley getting that catch made on him by Butte. I mean, things are gonna happen every now and again, but your offense has to step up to bat. And they didn't do this defense any favor. They didn't do them any favors last week. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Other than the run game. But man, something's gonna have to be looked at. You're gonna have to get another offensive coordinator in there, somebody who builds a scheme around CJ. But honestly, this man's gonna need to get his confidence level up. He's looking real James Harden-ish
Bro,
right now.
bro, he was walking around with his head down,
Yeah,
confused,
yeah,
pouting.
the whole time.
He did that in Pittsburgh. And that was
Mm-hmm.
coming into a playoff game.
Yeah,
Bro, we get it. It is cold
yeah,
as shit
yeah.
out there. That the
But you,
conditions, you got people flying around you trying to take your head off. We understand
yeah,
that. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, they're not looking at you like you just a second guy. You are the guy.
the
You
guy.
are the guy to lead this defense
Mm-hmm.
into where they need to go, and
Mm-hmm.
man, win it all, bro. That's
Yeah,
all you
yeah,
gotta do. CJ is not, I'm not, wasn't like present tense, but CJ is not like, I never put him up there with a Patrick Mahomes. I did at
nah,
first in that top 5 when his rookie year, but like I
yeah.
said, year after that, he progressed down, but he still
Uh-huh.
was one of them because he still ended up getting them in the playoffs or whatever the case may have you.
And
But
please, y'all, my bad. Please stop saying this man better than Dak Prescott, bro. I'm not a Cowboys fan
me,
by any stretch of the imagination, but
yeah,
please, man, Dakota it has a lot more offense to his game, brother, and a lot
yes.
more confidence. So he might not have playoff wins, and he might have some losing seasons, but at the end of the day, he shows up, brother. That young man shows up.
If you gave Dak that defense,
Ooh,
I hate to say it, boy, 45 North is they gonna have a party. They gonna
I'm
have a
trying to
party
say,
in Dallas. Is going down.
yeah,
But back to CJ. CJ had to just take care of the football.
that's
That
it.
was it.
That's it.
That was all he
You didn't
had
need
to
no
do.
300-yard game or nothing like that. You just take care of the
No,
ball
that's all
and
he
rush
had.
it sometimes, man. Quit
And
thinking it. Oh, go ahead.
someone needs to start telling these youngsters, man. And I know I'm the last person that needs to give out advice in that situation, but I do know body language, and I do
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that if it's like, it's so crazy if you feeling a certain kind of way and you're down, bro, it shows in your body, and then it
mm-hmm.
goes to your brain, and your brain is
That
telling
puppy
you
dog face.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You proceed that way.
Yeah.
So he has to build his confidence. And now when he
Mm-hmm.
made that comment and I came on here and I talked about it, that was like, bro, why would you want to say that? You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? As a quarterback and a leader of a franchise, bro, don't even if you do feel that way, don't say it out loud. You have to still show a strong face. Man, my hat's out to you NFL quarterback players that still got to show a strong face after
Yeah.
doing so many mistakes on the field, and you still got to shake that off and get back out there and play. But I think, once again, like we said last week, the lights was just too bright. The pressure was too much. He had to face a historic winning football team that looks like the only thing that was missing was Brady and this
Belichick.
old man. Belichick, Brady and Belichick. That looked like the only thing that was missing, because they played.
Got a reincarnation.
Man, they played like the old Patriots. So at the end of the day, what CJ need to do, because we ain't gonna dance on top of his grave or losing or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be with him and talk down on him too much. But what he needs to do in the
Yeah.
offseason, bro, we gotta figure out, hey man, I came into this team. I helped turn this franchise around.
Yeah.
One rookie of the year. I have done all of these extraordinary things. And just keep it going, bro. That's all you need to do. That's it. Do I think they should have put David Mills in the game? I think they should have put David Mills in the game.
At some
I
point,
wouldn't give a
you
damn.
had to. Yeah.
At some
Yeah,
point, you just had to, bro.
You had to get a spark.
You
They
know?
weren't getting anything. The defense was putting them in situations to where they were in field goal range already, and they were already on the right side of the 50. So he wasn't capitalizing on these situations. And same thing he did in Pittsburgh in certain situations. He turned it over when you don't turn the ball over in the red zone at all.
No.
I mean, you're missing out on points. You're missing out on opportunities. The kicker showed up and was kicking his ass off, literally. because, with all that, the elements going on, he made all his
Mm-hmm.
field goals, made a 51-yarder. That's tough in that situation, that environment. But here's my thing about CJ, and I'm gonna close it on this one on my end. You remember that Caleb Williams' first year, where he kind of like sunned him. He's like, oh, you got to work harder, you got to work better. Who's telling your ass that now, brother? Because you got to look in the mirror, and a lot of people didn't like that he did that, being still young. And I think what ultimately happened is he thought he arrived. He drank the Kool-Aid after that rookie year, and just thought, okay, I'm one of these guys. I'm top 5. No, man, it takes work. Every year is a new season, man. Every year is a new season. So I don't think he's putting in the work that he needs to put in. He might be putting more work into getting his hair done than he is off the field. It takes a lot to be essentially the CEO on the field. And if you're not putting the work in, it's going to show. And this off season is going to be a big off season for CJ and the Houston team, to get the right offensive coordinator, unless they stick with this guy, making sure he knows what he's doing, making sure his demeanor is right, making sure he's confident. It's going to take a lot. He might have to read him some books or something, find him a mentor. Something's got to happen, because this coming 2026 season will be the tale of whether this guy needs to be paid or not, or whether he's going to be with you or it's over. I'm being dead serious with that. I don't like to rush things on a quarterback. He's looking real Carson Wentz like. Carson Wentz came out, he was an MVP candidate. After that ACL tear, it just went downhill. After that, he lost the confidence, and Philly didn't waste no time getting up out of there. I don't know how this regime will do. They didn't stick with Watson long, you know what I'm saying?
They moved
the
around
allegations didn't help it, and him requesting a trade didn't help the situation anyway. But the Texans have a big decision coming at the end of next season, on how they're gonna move forward. Because I feel like ultimately you got the right coach in place. We got to remember, Vrabel not no rookie coach. He's not a 2-3 year coach. He had a run with the Tennessee Titans, and he was very successful there, even though it didn't end right. Drafting didn't help the situation, but Vrabel's experience, not only in coaching, but as a winner, as a Patriot himself under Belichick and Brady. He was the leader of that defense, and he even went to Kansas City and got a playoff win. So he has the experience, to be able to outcoach D'Amico. D'Amico is still young in his coaching career. We got to remember that, guys. But I can honestly say he knows that defensive side of the ball, and he has all that clicking right. He needs to go out, in my opinion, find the right offensive coordinator that's going to get this offense in shape. Whether you have to get your boy that got fired out of Miami, which I think would be a perfect fit for anybody this coming season, for him to be their coordinator. Mikey, I call him Mikey.
Mike Daniels.
Bring him in and let him be the offensive coach, and I think you'll fix that offense.
Yep. I mean, something has got to shake, just like a lot of other teams. My team, your team, something has got to shake. But I'm gonna end it with this note, because I don't want to make it look like we just down in the Texans. But at the end of the day, is now a show and tell now, CJ. CJ, you big brother, and also too, bro. I was looking at a lot of things. CJ, you right. After that rookie year, he went on $1 million worth of game, and he said that he's in the top 5.
He was on everything. You right.
On everything. Then with the Caleb Williams thing, and then with that, and then also
look at Caleb.
Was it? Yeah, last Monday, when he played against us with the you mad?
Yeah, I would have kept that to myself.
At the end of the day, we're not talking about CJ as the person. We're talking about CJ as the
player.
And as the player. And the man don't have room for no talking at all.
Yeah, it don't need to be on no podcast this summer. Don't
he
go
don't need to be on no podcast this summer.
Yeah.
Leave Michael Parsons
podcast.
Michael
Parsons. All of them, bro. You need to be on the field, in the locker room, at the facility, at NRG, at home. Right. Focus, brother. That's all. That's what it's gonna take. That's
Focus. Because if this win, and I'm not saying that it don't, But if this loss didn't hurt you, which I
Yeah.
know it did, I'm going
It
to tell
has
you what
to.
really hurts. What hurts me, and I'm not even a fan, that damn defense, you don't see that every day.
Yeah,
You
because
do not see
it
that
could be
every day.
different next year. You might lose a key player, so you can't pay everybody.
Huh?
Man.
You don't think that other teams is sitting back, shrugging their shoulder, say, man,
Yeah.
we can get right now. Pull his
Man.
paperwork. Work. Is he up?
I'm trying to
Boy,
say.
you got people that need that secondary. You got people that need from that front line. And to grab him with that resume, I played with the 2025 season Houston Texans, that incredible defense, they're going to get him. That's when they're going to start picking them up. But the only reason why somebody stay, not going to lie, is because of D'Amico. And because of you, CJ.
Yeah.
So it's a lot on your shoulders, my dog. So I wish you the best of luck. Everybody on every county that I just named. Come on down. Let's sit on.
We ain't rooting against them. We just call it how we see it, man. Cause honestly, the city is a lot more hype when the teams of Houston are winning, man. You know, so I love to see them win.
You know, they was on 10 with me, D-rel. My poor old Pittsburgh Steelers, they beat them down so bad. They was embarrassing me.
Man.
Hey, yesterday?
Yeah.
Boy, it was a fast.
I'm trying to tell you, brother. It's reevaluation mode for sure. I know you're feeling good.
Feeling so good. So we're gonna move right along, man. But yeah, I wish both parties best of luck. Back to them Patriots now that Bo Nix got hurt.
Dang.
And that was, once again, hearts and prayers out to Bo Nix. Healthy, come back healthy and stronger. But when I saw that and he hurt after the game that he gave the Bills, and we're gonna talk about the Bills a little bit too. But I'm not gonna lie, because I hate to see that. When I see a player like them bust their ass, even with, CJ or whatever, I hate to see players like that bust their ass and then they get this opportunity, man, and then they get hurt, because you just don't know when this opportunity gonna happen again. But let's be clear. The Broncos is still the Broncos. Yeah, they got Jared Statham coming in. Their defense is something serious too. But everybody feel like the road to Denver is paved in gold now.
Right. And that's the worst thing you could think.
That's the worst thing you could think. You go to Mile High if you want to and play. If you want to, they gonna show you something. But that game I saw, and man, it was a good game. It came down to the wire. Bo Nix was balling out of control. And then poor old Josh Allen. The old Josh Allen.
Damn, Joshua.
We said, damn, Joshua. Damn.
Man.
I mean, I can't fault the guy, bro. They didn't do anything. They didn't bring after Stephon Diggs, bro. They didn't bring nobody else. Nobody. Which is why it's questionable.
They fired McDermott today. And like we said in the past, I gave my hierarchy on issues. I blame the GM number 1. I had McDermott number 2, and I had Josh Allen number 3. But it's crazy that you fired. Now, of course, I could see the writing on the wall with McDermott being gone. But why is the GM still there, and why did he get elevated to president now? There's no reason for this GM to still be there. He has missed on so many players, bro. I mean, year after year after year, he has done nothing to help this team. Like you said, since Stephon Diggs left, they have not addressed wide receiver at all. And it's shocking that Josh Allen has still been able to have the seasons that he's been having. But you're not even protecting him either, because look how many hits he takes a game. Some of it is at his own cost, but a lot of times he's getting beat up mercilessly. And it's like, man, how much longer y'all want this boy to play? He'll be 30 going once they get into next season. But man, I feel like, but you got to also look at it like this with McDermott. McDermott's a defensive guy. That defense is giving up points, stupid points, every time they play. But this game in particular, the penalties, the undiscipline of the defense, the plays that they gave up, they didn't give themselves any favor. And Josh didn't give himself any favors with the turnovers he had, the crazy fumble that he dropped. But at the end of the day, he put them in position to have an opportunity to win by going into overtime. And that trick play was amazing that they had, where they did the little toss off after the catch. But man, at the end of the day, they lost to a young quarterback with a hungry defense, man. And one of the greatest coaches we've seen in the last 10, 15 years is Sean Payton. You know, you get in these situations. That's why I say in football, more than anything, coaching matters. Coaching matters.
Yeah, it does.
You can end up on the wrong. You can end up with the Jets. You can end up with Arizona, and there's no hope for you regardless of the situation. But when you get that coach lined up right, that GM lined up right, because Denver got a lot of young players, and I mean, and it showed. It showed. They took advantage of the cap space.
Cool. Everybody got to be in the same cool.
And when you have that, things flow well. And Buffalo has not had that, man. And like we said, the runway was paved. It was going to take a Hercules effort from him to get through all these rounds. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to cover for a weak defense. And he also had to cover for the weapons that he's missing. But at the end of the day, they have a great running back, a top 5 running back in Cook. So you have to establish that run more and save Josh from himself. I know Cook fumbled, but he had a high mark in yardage. But they got away from that, man. And when you do those things, defenses that know how to play, they take advantage of that and put you in tough situations where you have to pass or you're going 3rd and long. You know, so shout out to the Denver Broncos. I would not overlook this team. I know Jared Stidham isn't just the best, but at the end of the day, the first black quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl, and the great Doug Williams, he was a backup quarterback, and a lot of people overlooked him. And he went and got a Super Bowl win for the Washington Redskins. That's a little bit of history for the folks out there in case they didn't know that.
All you basically got to do is do what you supposed to do and take care of the football. That's it.
Yeah,
all of the pieces
if he take care of the football,
it worked for
defense would do what they got to do. Yeah. Because I look at this as a low. I look at it as a possible low-scoring game. We might have another game of bad weather. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? They're going to be in Denver, the Mile High City. Yeah, they're going to have to adjust to the altitude of New England coming up there. But I fully expect New England to win. But I don't think it's going to be something that you just, oh, man, we gon', they got their backup in, we going to take over. Man, life ain't like that, brother. Life ain't gonna come easy with an opportunity to get to the bowl. Yeah.
Exactly. That ain't gonna happen. And Denver hears everything that everyone is saying, that this is gonna be an easy road to get to the playoffs because Bo Nix is not there. Bo Nix is only one guy. He is the guy. He is the quarterback. Don't get me wrong. But there's still like 52 more people, brother. There's still 52 people on that team. Okay. And Sean Payton ain't left. Sean Payton didn't get hurt. And he there. And you think Sean Payton ain't never been into these situations back in New Orleans? This is going to be something that's going to take planning, but I would not be sleeping on in Denver. And back to Josh Allen, brother, as much as I would love to give you mercy, but I can't neither, because they've been putting you up on for a very mighty long time. And although that is unfair because you didn't have no one to throw it to since Stephon Diggs been gone for a very long time. But I believe someone like him and his stature, just like Joe Burrow wanted Jamar Chase, bro. You could have asked, "Hey man, bring me somebody."
Yeah, they had
bring me somebody.
Yeah, and that's why I blame the GM. Why he still got a job? They could have got a Jacoby Myers, who ended up leaving the Raiders to go to Jacksonville. They could have got Waddle out here. He was available out of Miami. So you didn't take advantage of the opportunity. What did you do? You went and did a retread and brought Gabe Davis back in, who tore his ACL last week. But he was always a second or third string guy. You do not have that main guy for Josh Allen to say, man, if I throw it this way, I know this guy's gonna have a hand and do what he needs to do to help us elevate my game. You know, so man, I feel you on the blame. Like it's been a lot of talk on him being here. Yeah.
Right. Because at the
But
end of these playoff games, all the time, it's going to be blamed to either the quarterback or the coach or the GM, or in some cases the owner is too cheap to pay or whatever, right? But I always look at it like this: it sucks, but as a quarterback, you gotta work with what you got, cause they'll go back and say, "Well, Tom Brady did it," But Tom Brady is Tom Brady. That's a once in a lifetime talent. But you gotta work with what you got. But as you working with what you got, you gotta look at this GM, the coach, cause the coach connected to the GM, and say, "Could we draft somebody? Could we get somebody?" Now, quarterback free agency wasn't so open, but they don't need no quarterback. They already got one.
Yeah.
But wide receiver, bro, that's no excuse. They done had, man, how many wide receivers that we done?
Shaheed
Y'all
went
could have
for
got
a fifth rounder. Yeah, DK.
Exactly. Y'all could have got DK, Marvell Scantling was out there hanging around.
Yeah.
Bro, you could have got at least a good 2 for him. And that would have helped give him a chance to do something, because he can only work with what he got. But then again, it still falls on you, because, man, you got what you got. And do I believe Josh Allen probably had a chance to sit down and talk with somebody and say, "Man, can I bring?" Because at this point, his voice is loud too. His voice is up there with the owners. With the president, his voice is up there with the coaches. You the one on the field. You tell us what we need, and we gonna go out there and get you. Did he voice his opinion that he needed anyone?
Right.
Or did he just like, "Hey, I'm what I got"? So the
And that's why I
blame works
think the
both
GM
ways.
should be gone. Yeah. If you're gonna fire McDermott, the GM should have went hand in hand together. And I think the biggest loser in this situation with McDermott being fired, I think Harbaugh moved a little too quickly. Yes, the Giants is a great opportunity. They have great potential. But I think walking into a situation with a Josh Allen and having that team when he was able to put his blueprint on it, Harbaugh would have been a great coach for Buffalo. And that's why I think he should have waited a little longer. Now, I know the Giants made him a deal that he couldn't refuse, but I think Buffalo right now is the greatest opportunity. Them and Baltimore are the greatest opportunities in the league right now to walk into as a coach.
I agree with you. But moving forward, we're going to switch topics. Man, once again, going back to the CJ, CJ is on his own. This is self-inflicted wounds. But Bills, Josh Allen got some self-inflicted wounds too. Y'all gonna have to give that man some help. And it's also too with the Texans. Texans gonna have to do better with that line too, man, because CJ getting hit like that, he's not gonna last long. And the thing is about having these quarterbacks that are the franchise quarterbacks in the face of your franchise is gonna keep you going and moving you forward, that have talent like that. You have to invest in the line. And it's like, if you invest in the line, then you're going to protect him. But if you don't invest in the line, then you're going to have all this talent out there. So you have to work somewhere into the middle of it.
Yeah.
And it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I much rather you protect your line. Because Tom Brady didn't have that many good wide receivers, but damn it, they made it work. But that line was top notch. Them linemen right now are still eating off of Patriot money.
Yeah.
So these GMs moving forward with someone like Josh Allen, and even with CJ Stroud, bro, invest in whatever you have to invest in to keep that person going, because they do not have talent dropping like that from the sky to be your quarterback. Trust me. I know.
Yeah.
We know too well. So it is what it is. Moving on to wrap this thing up, man. Caleb Williams, that kind of hurt me. I'm not a Bears fan, of course, but Caleb Williams, I done became a fan. Caleb Williams balled out. If you don't know, but the Bears, they lost against, oh man, I forgot who the hell they played. I'm on the brain for it right now. They played Rams. Rams came in there in a cold ass Chicago, man, and gave them that But it was a good game through and through. Man,
Great game.
Caleb Williams, bro. Bro, Caleb Williams don't get talked about enough in my eyes. I'm so sorry.
Man.
I don't think he do. They don't recognize him. After this game, they are. That floater, that wasn't even no floater. That pass that he threw, bro, that was an incredible pass. That woke me up. I was laying right here sleeping, about ready to go out, and then I woke up. I said, oh, let me get up. I got to watch this. So, shout out to Caleb Williams, man. Shout out to the Bears. LA beat the Bears, and so now the Rams is going. Rams, I pray for y'all. Seattle, Lord have mercy. Man.
Yeah, I mean, I expect a great game with this being coming down to two division teams. It's going to be amazing because that show you a whole lot on how Philly regressed, on how Seattle, I don't even know the word to use the way they did San Francisco. They abused them boys, man. That was a game where we didn't even have to watch after the first quarter because we knew how it was going to go. It started off with a kick return, from a guy who was available from New Orleans, Raheem Shaheed, 5th round pick that they used to get him over there. They said, and we got a top 2, top 3 receiver in Jackson Smith and Igba, but we gonna go get another guy. We gonna get somebody else to come in here and be his counterpart. So, Seattle didn't sit pat. They took advantage of an opportunity, brought in a receiver. And overall, they brought in Sam Darnold to even begin the season. They got some good GMing going on over there at the 14-2 season. And man, they came into their first time coach, not Super Bowl, but playoff win after having the bye week. Man, they look like they ain't lost a beat. It looked like that bye week helped them. So we're going to see what happens with this game. Seattle is one of the toughest places to play in the NFL, always has been, with what they call the 12th man in their crowd. So it's like, man, we back to the Pete Carroll days, man, the way this might go down. Stafford, of course, MVP candidate, we're gonna see. I never knocked Sean McVay and his opportunities and his genius that he had. But we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see there's gonna be a great opportunity for either team. It's gonna be a great game, man. Overall, I expect some fireworks. I expect some good defense. I expect some defensive lapses because these offenses are just that dynamic. So, man, I'm ready for this game, brother. I'm ready.
Coming in, I picked the Bears to beat the Rams because I didn't know how they was going to just deal with that weather and that atmosphere. I don't know. It's just something about teams that play in the dome, especially like Southern teams, because although they're in Cali, but it's in Southern California. So to deal with that kind of weather and to adjust, but Matt Stafford is still Matt Stafford.
Yeah, man. He's sure. Hey, look here, bro. He like, I still got it, y'all. Look here. Hey, and as long as he got them two good receivers and Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams done played in everything. He played in Green Bay, so he can play in any weather. He's well tested, and I know he's hungry to get back and get in that big game. So, man, that's why I say I don't put nothing against Sean McVay. The tight ends have been working for them.
No.
And they took advantage of that game. Taylor played a good game. Some mistakes I know he wished he could have back because he had 3 picks himself, but it wasn't like a C.J. Stroud type game. He still had his team with an opportunity to win. Yeah, so man, shout out to Caleb Williams. I know he's going to put in even more work. I'm loving the Ben Johnson combination. I love to see what they do going into next year with a target on them, basically, because they've done a lot of talking. The coach has done a lot of talking. So we're going to see what's going to happen with Green Bay and Detroit on next season. Things could get a little murky. And Minnesota, I don't mean to count them out. But next year is going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a lot of changes. We got so many coach openings. We don't know who's going to be who. We got injuries to top players. So it might be open again. You know what I'm saying? So who's going to put in the work this offseason to be the man in 2026. So I don't count nobody out, brother, because this has been a great playoff run this season.
I don't neither. I don't count no one out, but I will say this. To all of these coaches' vacancies that's going on, it gives me hope because, man, you got teams like the Seahawks, bro. How long did it take
Mm.
them? 2 years to turn it? What
Man,
it
it
was
didn't
like
take
2 years.
long at all. Yeah, I think it was 2 years, but
It didn't take that long. It didn't take
it
long
wasn't
at
a
all.
fall off like that.
It wasn't a
Ooh,
fall
baby,
off
about to
like that.
stop.
Same thing. The same thing with the Texans. It only took them like
Yeah.
2 years to turn it
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, it
So
was
it don't take
quick.
long. It don't take long for
I
you
go,
to
well,
get.
I ain't gonna say Chicago because they done had a history, a pattern of just being bad, and they done
Yeah,
overcame a lot in this season. But like you say, man, Patriots, them too. You know, it was the
Patriots.
2.13 years, but Vrabel, this is
Yeah,
Vrabel's first year. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, if your GM and that coach are working good and they bring in
that's
the
right.
right talent, develop them the right way, man, sky's the limit. It really didn't take them for that long either. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
Sean Payton,
After
great
Russell,
coach.
it took them around by like
Yeah.
2 years because Russell
Mhm.
left, went to the
Yeah.
Steelers. Yeah, 2 years. It took them 2
And they
years.
right back. Yeah. Yeah.
And they right back.
So
So, you
yeah.
know, it gives hope for the hopeful, the ones that are sitting on the couch that circle all the way back to the front of this show. But for the ones that sitting on the couch, it ain't gonna be too long to where our respectful teams are going to get it right. But as of right now, I'm not even much gonna lie. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna end with it. I'm picking the Seahawks to win the goddamn championship. Sorry.
I
Man,
might
they
have to
get in
agree
the
with you,
they
brother.
get bro.
Yeah.
You talking about boom 2.1, 2.1,
Man.
2.0. Serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Defensively,
gonna
run game, passing game, special teams, they got
up.
it all. They got it all.
They got it all. They got it all. But with that being said, man, that's the end of the show. I appreciate all our guests, from young, from old to new guests,
Yes,
or
sir.
to old guests. If you've been rocking with us, man, we appreciate it, man.
Yes,
I am
sir.
Mike. This is my boy D-rel, and you've been chasing wins with Mike and D-rel. Peace out.
Peace.